Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the final news bulletin of July 8th, 2025. Don't forget to follow our channel to stay up to date with the latest football news. And now, let's dive into the main headlines. Bruno granted extended leave due to Jota's death. Bruno Fernandes and Diogo Dalot have been granted additional time off by Manchester United following the sudden passing of their Portuguese national teammate, Diogo Jota. Initially, both were scheduled to return to Carrington Training Center this week in preparation for the new season. However, MU has allowed Bruno and Dalot to report back later. The two MU stars attended Jota's funeral in Portugal last weekend. A close source at MU revealed that Bruno and Diogo are deeply heartbroken and shocked after attending the ceremony. The club is standing firmly behind them during this difficult period. They've been granted an additional week of leave and may also receive psychological support if necessary. Bruno and Dalot had a strong bond with Jota during their time with the national team. The trio recently won the UEFA Nations League 2024-2025 together just last month. After receiving the tragic news, Bruno posted on his social media, "May you and your brother find peace at this moment." MU's first preseason friendly will be against Leeds United on July 19th in Sweden. In a related development, Liverpool has also postponed its return to training schedule following Jota's death. Arne Slot's squad will no longer resume on July 11th as initially planned, and will instead return in the early part of next week. Lamine Yamal spotted in Mou shirt sends fans into frenzy. Social media erupted recently after images surfaced of Lamine Yamal, Barcelona's 17-year-old star, wearing a classic white Manchester United kit from 1991, the same design worn by legends like Brian Robson and Ryan Giggs. What seemed like a small detail quickly sparked excitement among Mou fans, especially as the club is searching for new stars to rebuild after a forgettable season. Some supporters even left joking comments like, "Announce Yamal now." United fans began to dream of a sensational signing. But in reality, the possibility of Mou signing Yamal is close to zero. The Spanish prodigy has just extended his contract with Barcelona until 2031 and is currently valued at €200 million, £172 million, according to Transfermarkt. Seen as Lionel Messi's heir and the crown jewel of Camp Nou's future, Yamal stood out with a phenomenal 2024-2025 season, scoring 9 goals and delivering 15 assists in La Liga, playing a crucial role in helping Barca win the league. He also shone in the Champions League, scoring 5 goals and providing 4 key assists, propelling Barcelona to the semi-finals. His talent is beyond question. However, this isn't the first time Yamal has expressed interest in Manchester United. In an interview during the 2023-2024 season, when asked which stadium he most wanted to play in across Europe, he answered, "In Europe, some of the iconic stadiums I want to play at are Old Trafford and Anfield." That quote has resurfaced now, as he was recently spotted in United's red kit while on vacation. Players wearing other clubs' shirts isn't new and has often stirred debate. Previously, Alejandro Garnacho was seen wearing an Aston Villa shirt with Marcus Rashford's name on it, coincidentally at a time when Rashford was rumored to want to move to Barcelona to play alongside Yamal. Still, many believe Yamal is just a vintage football kit enthusiast, and his wardrobe choice carries no transfer implications. Considering that United finished the season 15th in the Premier League, lost 0-1 to Tottenham in the Europa League final, and failed to qualify for any European competition, signing a player of Yamal's stature is unrealistic. Yet according to coach Ruben Amorim, many players still want to join Mou despite the club's recent lack of success. Examples include Mateus Cunha, who is willing to sign even without European football, and Brian Mbeumo, who prioritizes United over other suitors, showing that the theater of dreams still holds immense pull. Chelsea semi-final tickets sold at bargain prices. Tomorrow local time, Chelsea will face Fluminense in the semi-finals of the 2025 FIFA Club World Cup at Merlane Stadium. According to The Athletic, base-level tickets have been slashed to just £10.50s, a tiny fraction of the £373 fans had to pay less than 3 days earlier for the quarter-final between Chelsea and Benfica. Remarkably, the £10.50 ticket is cheaper than a pint of cold beer at Merlane Stadium, £11. This sharp drop comes as FIFA scrambles to avoid empty seats at the first-ever expanded 32-team Club World Cup. Attendance figures have fluctuated wildly. Some group stage games saw tens of thousands of empty seats despite heavy promotion. Merline Stadium has hosted 5 matches so far, with varying attendance numbers. 76,611 spectators for Real Madrid versus Dortmund, the highest so far. 35,179 for Palmeiras versus Al Ahly. 39,893 for Porto versus Al Ahly. 34,736 for Fluminense versus Dortmund. 29,321 for Fluminense versus Ulsan. To boost turnout, FIFA introduced dynamic pricing, resulting in volatile ticket prices just before matches. Tickets for Chelsea versus Fluminense initially stayed high, but dropped significantly over the weekend. Even lower stand seats, usually the most expensive, fell to around £35. Real Madrid still looking for Kroos replacement. German legend Toni Kroos has opened up about the challenges facing coach Xabi Alonso at Real Madrid. In an interview with Gazzetta dello Sport, Kroos shared, "They're still missing a player like me and are currently searching. There aren't many of those players on the market, and the talented ones are hard to recruit. Alonso has not signed a new central midfielder this summer. His focus so far has been strengthening the defense. New signings like Trent Alexander-Arnold and Dean Huijsen offer fresh options at the back amid injury concerns." According to AS, President Florentino Perez reportedly blocked a move from Martin Zubimendi. Real was unwilling to spend €60 million for the Spanish international, who has now joined Arsenal. Alonso now plans to transform Arda Güler into a deep-lying playmaker who can control tempo and distribute the ball. However, this project will take time. I'm sure he, Alonso, knows how to adjust things. There's a lot that needs to change. But with this squad quality, everything should work out, Kroos added. Man City to offload Grealish. Manchester City plans to sell Jack Grealish this summer after an underwhelming season. According to Manchester Evening News, City has set a price of around £40 million, a relatively high fee considering the winger's poor form. During the 2024-2025 Premier League season, Grealish made just 20 appearances, scored 1 goal, and delivered 1 assist. He was even left out of City's 2025 Club World Cup squad. Coach Pep Guardiola clarified the omission wasn't due to attitude issues, but selling Grealish could help fund a squad rebuild. City were dethroned by Liverpool in the Premier League, failed in the Champions League, and lost the FA Cup final to Crystal Palace. According to Caught Offside, Napoli and Tottenham are the 2 most likely destinations. Napoli needs more firepower, while Spurs see Grealish as a seasoned addition for their Champions League run. Before this, City had already sold Scott Carson to Burnley for around £5 million. Calvin Phillips and potentially even Ilkay Gundogan or Mateo Kovacic could also depart if reasonable offers are made. Let me know if you'd like this formatted for video narration, turned into subtitles, or need a shorter summary version.